Hey guys, welcome back to Sophisticakes by Mary. For this tutorial, this is going to be a very simple but effective 2-tier wedding cake. Guys, this is all buttercream except for the gold. So this would be a great cake for a beginner who's wanting to learn how to paint buttercream. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and get our final coat of buttercream on our already pre-crumb coated cake. You can tell that the buttercream itself, the crumb coat, was white, and then I added ivory to the buttercream for the final coat. They wanted ivory to go with their wedding colors. Oh, ivory and that deep tealy green. So a lot of this video is going to be basically just watching what I'm doing. I'm going to try not to talk too much because there's really not a whole lot to explain on this one. This might be a more learn as you watch kind of situation, but I can't promise that I will be quiet. I don't think I know how. So we're just doing our normal covering of our tiers, making sure that our sides and our top are level. I like to get down at bird's eye view there, not bird's eye view, level view there to make sure that I'm as level as I can get on the top. Sometimes you can't really tell when you're standing above it. You need to bend down and look at it dead on. And we're going to do the exact same thing with the bottom tier. This was a 6-inch 3-layer cake and an 8-inch 3-layer cake. 6-inch on the top, 8-inch on the bottom. And that's just water that I sprayed on the cake to help me get it smooth. Sometimes it's easy to accidentally get your top bowed out or your bottom bowed out a little bit. So take a look down at get level with it again to make sure that your sides are level. That can be easily corrected as long as you catch it. Now both of these tiers were put in the refrigerator for 20 minutes to 30 minutes before I did the rest of the decorations. It's easier to work on a firm, dry surface. Now that it's ready, I'm going to use this pastry brush and this buttercream. And this buttercream is thinned down to a little bit thinner than peanut butter consistency. Now just dab your brush in your buttercream. You don't want to get too much on your brush because it's easier to add more than it is to take it off. Trust me, I've learned that from experience. So dab off the extra on a paper towel and just roughly paint it on. You don't really have to be real precise. The main thing is to make sure that your brush strokes are going the same direction. And I wanted it kind of faded up towards the top, a little deeper on the bottom. And again, we're going to do the same thing for the bottom tier. I guess my best advice on doing this type of a technique is to try not to push too hard on the buttercream when you're using your pastry brush. Since it is firmed up in the refrigerator, it's kind of hard to dent it in, but if you keep messing with it, you end up kind of rolling up the buttercream underneath it. And you can kind of see where I've done that right there on the bottom. I pressed a little too hard, so I just kind of went back in and kind of tapped the buttercream into those spaces to cover that better, even though I knew that the gold was going to cover it. Right there, you can see me tapping it in there. Make sure you get all that buttercream off of your display board because it With the deeper colors, sometimes you take the chance of it staining it. Even though it's a grease-proof product, I just like to make sure that it's real clean. Don't leave it on there and put it in your refrigerator because it might be harder to get it off at that point. Now I just got this pill box that I'm going to start using to put my luster dust in. And you can just add your Everclear to that luster dust and just keep it airtight. And just add the Everclear or whatever rejuvenating spirits, vodka, whatever you like to do to make your edible paints with your luster dust. And you just add more as you need it. Now, I didn't show the assembly of this cake, but I've shown it 100 times on how I stack, I feel like 100 times, how I stack my tiers, and I'll try to attach a link to a cake where I show you how I do that, if that is something that you're interested in. Now with the gold, I'm using this fan brush, because it's hard to get too much of your product on a fan brush since it's a thinner brush, and that way I feel a little bit more in control. And you're covering more area at a time because it's wider. Now, I like the Everclear mixed with my luster dust because I did not have to go back and paint it again. Sometimes when you work with a vodka or a lemon extract that you can actually use too, you'll have to do more than one coat. You can't get a good solid coat. That's why I like the Everclear. And that alcohol, it evaporates, it dries and evaporates and disappears, and you're just left with just the shiny metallic color. Now try to take time so that you're not getting your edible paint on your board if you can help it, or on the tier below it, as in the top tier there, because it's kind of hard to clear off or to clean off, and inevitably you're going to get some. But just go in with a paper towel dipped in some more of your Everclear or whatever product you use to make your paint with, just without the dust, and that cleans it up real good. So there you have the picture of it at the bakery and then at the venue with her jewelry on. I like to call the flowers and the toppers their jewelry. It just really finishes it off. So sometimes in my videos you don't get to see the finished product, but this time you do, and I hope you liked it. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch my video, and if you'd like to watch some other videos, go ahead and click on the link to one of these other videos shown here. And if you would like to check out my other social media, I am on Facebook and Instagram under the same name, Sophisticakes by Mary. And please take the time to share, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you know when I upload another video. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you on the next tutorial.